Are you constantly trying to explain yourself, needing people to understand you, or always feeling like you owe somebody a piece of yourself? Well, you're not alone. This used to be me too. And in this video, I wanted to go over a few things to let go of in order to be more comfortable in who you are and in yourself, and not feeling like you owe people anything. And to shift into this newer version of you that just simply is. This video is for you if you over-explain yourself in situations, if you walk away from conversations feeling like doubt in yourself or embarrassed, and you feel anxious when people don't get you. By the end of this video, you'll understand better where this type of energy or behavior is coming from and how to start owning your energy more and standing in your power and caring less about what others think, whether they like you or they understand you. How to shift into calm confidence and how to start just being yourself. Number 1, letting go of the energy of over-explaining. So over-explaining comes from the fear of being rejected or not seen or accepted in the group. And this is an attempt to manage how others perceive you because you haven't stepped into your own inner confidence, trust, and knowing of who you are as an individual. And when you are like this, your energy is not centered within you and is more scattered outwards and focused on the perception of other people. And like I've said in my videos before, when your energy is not focused in and aligned with your true self and your true feelings, then you tend to feel anxious all the time, maybe sometimes confused about who you are, because you're constantly focused on the validation of others, the thoughts and opinions of other people. And in doing so, you often feel disconnected from yourself. Like I said, confused. And so letting go of this way of being can leave room and space for you to be you. And a lot of the time there is a belief behind why we are being a certain way. And like I mentioned earlier, you might have a belief of being rejected. For me, I always over-explain myself, or I did, and maybe sometimes I still do, but I'm working on it, is I'm doing that in the moment because it makes me feel, or it made me feel uncomfortable when someone didn't understand me, or it made me feel stupid or not good enough. So when you can understand the reason behind your behavior, the belief, more importantly, then you can start to interrupt this pattern of responding in situations with people and start to change the way you respond. Okay, so like a mini practice you can do is pause and ask, why am I explaining this right now? Am I trying to prove something? Like, especially if you start to notice yourself feeling a little anxious or outside of your body, then you can kind of start to reflect in those moments. And like I've said in my other videos, starting to pay attention to your physiological responses, like in your body, can really give you a clue as to what is going on within you. Like if you're feeling anxious in your chest or palms are sweaty, then you can ask yourself, okay, why am I feeling nervous? Is it because I'm trying to prove myself right now? Am I overextending my energy? Am I trying to get these people to understand me? A lot of the time, most of us go around on this autopilot behavior, which we've all been there, including myself, and we never question why we're acting this way. and we simply think it's our personality or how we are. But that isn't the truth. This has just been your patterned way of behaving, and there's a belief behind it. So starting to become aware of this, that you tend to over-explain yourself in situations, and why do you do it? And it's mainly you'll probably figure out that it is because you want people to understand you and to like you, and it's the fear of feeling rejected. And when you begin to embody this newer way of being, of calm confidence and inner trust and belief in yourself, that energy also speaks louder than your words, and people can feel that. And you'll find that you'll no longer attract people like when you're coming from that people pleasing energy and over explaining yourself to others, that energy in itself tends to attract more, let's say for example, people that like to control other people. Okay, the people pleasing energy, right, is always wanting to please others. So people that are controlling will match their energy, and the people pleaser person will be able to give the controller what they want, and that is control. So once you start to just live in your truth and not over explain yourself, and obviously in certain situations warranted the situation, then you're gonna over explain yourself if you need to. But in most situations, you're not going to. You'll recognize that it's context dependent, you're over explaining. So when you become more grounded, then that energy speaks to other energies, and now you're going to attract more people that just respect you for you, and are not going to be attracting those people that like to control you, because now your energy is grounded and embodied in truth and belief in yourself, and so naturally you'll deflect those types of people. Number 2, letting go of the trap of needing to be understood. This one is a little similar to the first one I was talking about. When you need people to get you, it creates this grasping energy again. You're not in alignment, and you're outside of yourself, and this again creates confusion, upset, and anxiety all the time because you're not aligned within yourself. And this can create resistance in your relationships because you're not acting from a more like organic, aligned place. You are grasping and being like clingy or needy because of your lack of belief in yourself. And this also creates frustration, and this is all because you have a fear of disconnection with other people. And when you start to become more aware of these certain ways of being, this is when you can start practicing, daily rituals that help you learn to love yourself better and to respect yourself, journaling and doing activities that you love, and affirmations and praying and treating yourself good, not being hard on yourself, acknowledging your accomplishments. There are so many things that we can do for ourselves to build that self-love and respect, in order to start embodying that newer way of being, so that we can be in that energy of loving ourselves, and so that can emit outwards to our environment and to situations and people. I used to let it bother me a lot when other people didn't understand me, or they weren't interested in getting to know more of me. I often felt like the odd one out, different, weird, and I mean, this can be something positive, but at the time I was I was taking people's lack of interest or lack of understanding of me as a reflection of me. And this is what was running my show, and this was the energy that I was running on and emitting to my environment, and continuing to attract, people that wanted to try to control me or take advantage of me or whatever. Because, like I said before, I looked for that external approval from everyone else. Yeah. And so, like, instead of just accepting who I was and loving myself, I was in this constant disarray and sadness of feeling not good enough. And when you're in this energy, everything in your life is affected, right? Opportunities that come up, people that you meet. Because I had this belief about myself, it literally took away all the opportunities and all the beauties and adventures in my life that I could have taken on. It's almost like when you feel shit about yourself and you don't love yourself, life is still going to happen around you no matter what, if you love yourself or not. But if you don't love yourself and you don't think highly of yourself, then you're not going to notice all the opportunities and the love and the beauty around you, because you don't think you're good enough. So now I'm looking at life through that lens of, I'm not good enough. Oh, and now everything that I perceive in my environment, oh, they're just doing that, because they feel sorry for me, or that person's not interested, they're doing this because they don't like me. So that's the way your life is going to be. And so when you change your mindset or your belief, and of people pleaser to empowered and standing in your truth and loving yourself and respecting yourself no matter what, then that guides your experience. And now that you're in that empowered state, in that state of love, unconditional love for yourself, now everything in your environment is going to reflect that which you feel. And this kind of shift is not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. And I know I might speak of it sometimes like it's super easy, but it's not. And it takes time and patience and love and dedication to really start to understand your own energy. And I'm telling you, it just starts with your awareness of it. Ask questions. When you act in certain ways, you walk away from situations, or you're at work, you're at the grocery store, and you walk away from the situation, you're like, oh, that made me feel this way. Inquire about, why did you feel this way? What was going on? Be like a detective of your own self, like a Sherlock Holmes, and of yourself. Detect yourself and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Instead of just allowing these moments to pass and these emotions to just run your life, start to inquire and become curious about your being, because there's a reason. And like I've said before, a lot of us think that this is just our personality. This is how we are. It's written in the stars. But no, it's not. You actually have the ability to change how you are. Like science and psychology even says, yeah, you're born with certain genetics and dispositions, and your environment growing up shapes you and this and that. But literally our brains have are plastic, they say. So they're high plasticity, which means that you're able to reshape and reprogram your mind and yourself. Ultimately, you can change it's like the gene expression in your genes, but pretty much you can change yourself. And your personality is whoever it is that you believe yourself to be. Okay? So start becoming aware of these patterns, aware of your emotions, things in your life where you're not feeling good. Inquire into that and understand what the belief behind that upset is. and start to change the way you think about yourself, because then you get to experience a much better life. And number 3, how to start being you. I kind of went into this just recently, but you is who you choose to be. We all are able, like I said, to have certain beliefs about ourselves and our environment and about life, and these beliefs make us feel certain ways about ourselves and our environment and literally guide us through life. So you choose what it is that you want to believe about yourself, but know that you're going to reap what you sow. And if you are constantly looking for that external validation in other people, constantly over-explaining yourself when you don't have to, like you don't owe anybody anything. And when you recognize that this is just from the fear of rejection or fear of not being seen, and then to acknowledge that you just need to see yourself and love yourself and own your energy and bring it back to you. When you start to recognize this, then you realize that you hold the power completely. And things that you can start to do, like I've mentioned, is to start inquiring about why you do the things you do. Get a journal and start reflecting about observations you have about yourself, or anything, emotions, things that make you upset, things that make you happy, goals. The goal of this is just to become more self-aware and to get to know yourself and give yourself that unconditional love that you need in order to not feel like you have to over-explain yourself in situations or try to prove yourself to people, okay? Or to feel understood. The key to that is to understand yourself. And other things that you can start doing to start being you is involving yourself in activities that you enjoy and lift you up. For me, I love doing yoga. I love going for walks. I love classical music. I love being around people that I love. I love going for walks with my cats around the block. You know, what kind of food do you like? And engulf yourself in all of the things that are you in your heart, that you love, that lift you up. And when you do this, you increase your vibration, you increase your energy, and you are living in alignment, literally, with your soul and your being, versus having that energy out looking at everyone else, right? Now your energy is dispersed and disconnected from your true self and who you are. So start putting yourself first. Some of you might have kids and busy lives and jobs. That's fine. But I don't want to hear any excuses, because we all make time for the things that are important for us. That half an hour or 20 minutes that you have in the evening for yourself, that you choose to go on your phone and scroll social media, that's time right there that you could be doing something that is good for your soul, good for your heart, good for your being, instead of scrolling. Unless you're sitting there reading stuff that's actually empowering you and uplifting you, that's different. But if you're choosing to do things that are draining you, then this is your own fault, and you will continue to feel disconnected from yourself. So start to put yourself first, and you will reap the benefits of feeling empowered and not feeling like you need to impress others. Letting go of the urge to prove yourself is a form of self-respect. You get to lead with your presence and not with performance. And the more that you own your energy, the more aligned people and experiences that you will attract in your life. If you liked this video, check out Why I Don't Feel Good Enough, Understanding Your Core Wounds, linked above. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and remember to stay mindful.